Good top of the morning to you on this Thursday, October 19th. I'm Casey reporting for KC Collections, and it's a real joy to be back with you today. Practice the pause and making memories through the holidays. Those are sort of our themes as we move through this month and through next month. I hope you all have been doing well. There's a lot that's happened here at KC Collections since our last live. And I'm delighted to show you those different things this morning as we move through the live. It's amazing how one season turns to another. And certainly fall has just come in, and before long we'll be falling back and we'll be in our homes in darkness way more than normal. So that'll give us an opportunity to practice the pause because we won't be outside doing all those yard things and all those flower things. But while we practice the pause, as we here at KC Collections move through the next couple of months, our theme is about making memories. And if you haven't seen our new commercial, it just came out. This one is about making memories around the table. You know, I feel like, without getting into politics, because I did take some time over the last week to make sure that I caught up on things that were going on in the world, as I'm sure so many of you have done as well. And it used to be what happened wherever, right? Over there, down there, up there was exactly that, just somewhere else. But in the times we live in, I don't think that's really true anymore. What happens in one place certainly seems to always come home to another. So I, for one, am going to make sure that I live each day as good as I can, because we never know what tomorrow brings. And as I was growing up, I learned a lot in my times in church, not pushing that on you. But with that being said, I just want to be sure to make all the memories I can and to treasure each day and each person as much as I can, those that deserve to be treasured. With that being said, we've gotten a lot of product over the last 2 weeks that may help you make some memories if you choose to do that. In other words, to practice the pause, make sure you get some good scents in the home to make it just so cozy, and some new timer tapers, some timer pillars, whatever it takes to create that warm glow and that relaxing atmosphere for you. So as you know, we've doubled our scent collection, and those are always good around the holidays and during this time of the year. We also are restocked on other things that might help you practice the pause, and that's frame prints. If my count is correct, and I'm going to show you some iron as well here, we got in over 190 frame prints and palette art. That doesn't count any little signs. You could see we were also able to get shipped in some iron that we'd been a little bit deficient on, and the furniture trucks have just been so full. And you can see the little snowman here in iron as well, and we only got about 3 of these. You could also see some new candles made in the USA. That's always a good thing. Some little iron candles, and you can see these little snowman candles that look so cute. Can you imagine when we get rings around them? And then all different sizes of snowman candles. So in our practice of the pause, we've also taken time to find new vendors and to search out things that you may like better as you maybe practice the pause in your home and need some things around you that you just like, right? Need. It's not a want, it's a need. We've also taken the time to rework our displays over the last couple weeks, and this one has a big Abilene Star focus to it. Remember, Abilene Star is almost a memory, and our theme is about, as we go through the next couple months, making memories. Our commercial focus is on the table. But while Abilene Star will stick around in some of its window treatments and in some of its linens, it's almost a memory as far as its throws, its actual bed quilts, shams, etc. So we've tried to set things up so that if you want that in your home, we've given discounts in the packages on all things that aren't quilts. So you can see you can get a great bedding set, a queen quilt, 2 shams, and a bed skirt for a ridiculously low price, or perhaps the king bedding set as well. So don't let Abilene Star slip by if that's something that you want. We are almost out of those and out of the ability to get it. If you are still in the process of maybe decorating for some things you need for fall, or you're a big Halloween season person, then grab them while they're 25% off. I do intend to leave them out through this weekend, and probably that's about it. If you are still looking for fall items that maybe we don't have, and again, remember those fall items do not include our orange Luminera, nor do they include our frame prints. But my mom at Miscellaneous in Fairfield, and if you haven't been, again, you're still missing out. We're getting ready to get reloaded there as well. But she still has a decent amount of fall left and some pretty cute fall things that I don't have here. So if you're getting ready to maybe entertain, whatever, have some people over to sit by the bonfire, well, you know, you got to have things right as you move through that. Our bedding has taken a big hit over the last week. We will be getting restocked on that, but rest assured it'll come in. Just give us a little bit of time. We've had our hands full with, again, about 190 prints, as well as a huge shipment of home decor. Our pet feeder stations are also great. The very bottom pulls out where the bowls are, and they are also featured in our newest commercial. So many of us are pet owners, and we love them so much. We've got the little dog bone braided rugs in large, or rather in small and medium. So hopefully that's good for you. And don't forget that spring cleaning. Okay, so it's fall cleaning. There you go. I always say spring. But as you're trying to get those windows and last minute things done before you get into the holiday season, beeswax will be forever your friend. Thinking about making memories, sometimes the days go by and the calendars flip and you say, how did this happen? You know, how did we become on the 19th day of October? Well, let me give you a little perspective. There's 35 days until Thanksgiving. There are 67 days until Christmas. And there are 74 days until a new year. So whatever you choose to think about that, it's coming quickly, and it comes at the same time every year. Thanksgiving comes at the same time every year. Christmas comes at the same time every year, and time just gets by us. So we, as Santa's elves, it's our job to make sure that we keep it in perspective for you, because remember, we don't want you stressing out about all the things you got to go to the grocery store to get that P.S. you could have bought ahead of time. And then, you know, if you were able to, or stressing out about getting gifts. Again, if you choose to and you're able to, grab that stuff ahead of time, because that's only, you know, a piece of it, particularly the gifts. The real memories are made in the relationships, and making memories for this month we're focusing on around the table. So it's the same time every year. So hopefully we can go ahead, and I know I always try to do a little bit better each year with that. And a lot can change in a year too, right? A lot can change in an entire year. As far as our website's concerned, if that helps you make memories, get presents, whatever, feel free to shop that, thekcstores.com. We've got some flags that we're going to be shipping out. We've got one customer that, rather than making the drive, it looks like each season, she is getting her flags from us, and we're very grateful for that. If we don't have things in stock, we'll certainly let you know, because our website is not in real time. But without any further ado, here's a big old drum roll, because look-a here, as we say in the South. Look here. Billy Jacobs and many other artists. And look, walls full. So as we practice the pause, and we know that winter's going to come before Christmas, so it's less than 74 days until winter comes in. I think it's December 23rd. I could be off on that. As we look at these pictures, maybe it'll take us somewhere as we practice the pause and look at them. We're certainly trying to get more artists in the house. We know you love Billy Jacobs, and most of those are his, although some in this first row that you're seeing are Irvin Hoover's. But taking a look over here, snowy locomotives. I know many of you have gone on the 611, and that was a dream for me. I couldn't make it work this year, so I pray that there will be a next year to make that happen. But then others, notice this, with the cabins in the woods and the dog outside and the horses, and of course the stable there. And taking it up just a little bit, memories with the kids, looking at whatever. Here we're looking at some donkeys. The Amish snowman, notice he doesn't have a face. And then up a little bit further. We're also delighted to have in the house some of Barbara Jeffords' winter prints. You know, she's sort of our featured artist over by our tea cabin bed. And notice some of her winter prints are absolutely exquisite. Taking it over to our 18 by 24s and some of our most popular prints, you can see those there as well. Now the 24 by 36s, they're the showboats, right? They're the ones that definitely grab your attention the most. Remember, we can order and we can change the frame. At this point, not guaranteed for Christmas delivery, but sometimes, you know, a person wants something and they're okay with getting it after Christmas. But you can see careful thought into this wall, the sleigh and the buggy over there, the snowmen here, a lot about quilts in the middle, and then quilts carrying forward. That Amish snowman is always a hit. Another sleigh over on this side, dashing through the snow, and then the snow-covered bridge there as we go through it. So we hope that you'll enjoy our back scene here as we've taken the time to put so many winter prints up, more than I've ever had, because while I am not a winter fan, it's so important to make memories in every season and in every day. We've also reworked our tabletops to make sure that if you are a gingerbread person, gingerbread cookies, all of that, such a theme during this part of the season with many of the kiddos. We've got a 72-inch runner in gingerbread that has basically gingerbread everywhere, but we also have one that has the gingerbread house and some little cookies beside it, as most of the center of this runner is plain. Wanted to also show you this shindy pattern, as it's called, and notice our little centerpieces. We're going to have more centerpieces. I bought and got shipped a lot of things that I think you're going to really like as we work this weekend to put more and more centerpieces together. You can see some new trees. We've just stuck those out. Some new snowmen. We've reworked this section, of course, after multiple island sales, so that while there's a splash of every day, and also a splash of fall, we wanted to make sure, okay, and I love these, so here we go, to show you some of our newest creations. These are all candles, and they have timers. The ones I showed you earlier are actual wick candles. But notice this cutie patootie. I mean, how could you not want to take the entire thing home with you? I've got to make him look just a little bit better, but let it snow in the lantern. 3 sets of these is all we have. So again, there's the ring, there's the candle, and there's the lantern. And you can see he's simply a cutie patootie. Moving around just a little bit, you'll also see some wreaths kind of decked out around the star iron. We've moved our tabletops around so that if you, remember there's so much that's happened, if you like this whole shindy concept, you could see here in a color that focuses more on the grays. We also had it in the very back with more of kind of like a Christmas palette, but dropping down through here a little bit, if you like the part braided, then you could see it not only in its grays and creams and whites, but you could also see it in cornbread. So the more neutral colors. And if you really like that, but you really prefer blue, then here you go. So we've worked really hard to come up with ways over the last couple of weeks to display the product. So if you like a particular, runner, you can easily see it also over here in its different colors. So that was just kind of a new concept for us. We're also working to get lots of posts out there for you. Hopefully it's not post overload, but where you could see different products we have. We had a cardinal theme. This runner is always one of our most popular. But in addition, there you see the iron snowman. It is Amish made iron, all decked out in its glory. And of course, it could be made to be more beautiful once we get some of this processed. But I just wanted to give you a flavor for it this morning, keeping it simple without a big old reef around the bottom. Notice we've got this one to make a statement on the smaller mini island. The red and white snowmen, they're just hanging out in this antique white section across the back. And notice here, some mice slipped into the house. Again, just to get those out so you can see them. They'll be made into beautiful centerpieces by the end of the weekend for sure. So a lot has changed. We've moved things around. You've been in and taken a lot of things home, that's for sure. And we still have a lot to put out. So if you're in today in just a few minutes, you're going to see a little bit of mess here and there, like a whole bunch of pictures that we have to find homes for. And notice here, if you're into quilted, let me switch to that for a second. Notice our quilted runners displayed. The farmhouse star, I think, looks pretty awesome on that Sealy table. Also, notice we've got our tea cabin. We dropped an island in the bedroom just to give you that open floor concept, but all pushed kind of in one area. But you can see the tea cabin runners that are quilted that match up. And if you pop over here, there's the ever famous Abilene star, which looks great on so many different colors. I mean, so many different tables. It looks great on green. It looks great on black, of course. It looks great on gray. I mean, and the list can go on and on. Popping it over here just for a little bit. It's a little different and it's a little bit of a hot mess for the moment, but we wanted to get kind of an area where you could see so many different of our home decor items that came in, but also see our trash bins sort of in a shop around. So for the moment, we've just got things parked here. We're continuing to process. Not everything's tagged, but look at this snowman pillar LED candle on a timer. Isn't that just the cutest? Right now, he's just sort of stuck out of the top of a bowl with the ring, but these berry rings, I know, will not last. Notice our large trees, limited quantity on all of these getting shipped into the house, but notice these large welcome. And by the way, my team said, we need. So that's why we got these emergency shipments. I was sort of okay with being mostly out of Christmas and winter as we move through what's now way less than 20 days until Veterans Day, which is for us kind of the meaning that weekend, that second weekend in November, the time where if you haven't decorated for Christmas by then, you know, it's usually more like stocking stuffers and other things. But while gnomes seem to be trending out, I was able to pick up some of the larger resin pieces in case that's something that you're looking for. This one does have lights. I anticipate that this was from a vendor that had these last year and they were left over. So all I can say is get them while we have them as well. Some more little Christmas mice just kind of hanging out here in their snowy wreath with their large white lantern. Taking it back to the gray table just for a second. Notice we've got some of the red iceberry trees. We've got them not only in the medium version, which you see here with some really cute snowmen, but if we go back to this very back table where we have a beautiful Merry Christmas runner on our island, you'll see the small iceberry tree back here. The only two things that are sold here at the back are the island and the hutch. Across the way, all of those chairs are up for grabs in sets of 2. So many times people are looking to add chairs to their island set. Well, there you go. We wanted to make sure we had those in for the holidays. Other things we're going to be processing. Again, here's where you're going to see some messes. Look at that beautiful snowman, some containers. These are very popular. Each year we had them in the smaller version, but it's the old look of the ceramic trees that have the actual star on the top. Notice we've got some really cute soap dispensers that are in the house to be processed. Beautiful, cute little mugs, some snowman prints. Here's some of the things that we had last year, but notice it's a little Santa with the Christmas tree on him, and I believe these do light up. We've got other figures that we'll certainly put in all kinds of centerpieces, and in a little bit of a different twist, penguins. We got a couple penguins in the house. Look at these beautiful sleighs. They're going to be great when they get decorated, that's for sure. But you can see the solid white and red theme. So I hope you can see a lot of changes over the last 2 weeks. Sometimes we should practice the pause, and that's kind of what I did last week, was practice the pause from the lives just a little bit, because now, look, there's just so much more to show you. Palette art, retooled and reloaded, and this is a whole wall of Christmas prints and Christmas palette art. So, baby, it's cold outside. Friends are special. Welcome winter. Snowflakes or kisses from heaven. Or Christmas in heaven. What do? They come down to earth to spend it with you. So save them a seat, just one empty chair. You may not see them, but they will be there. The shepherd and his sheep. and then dropping it over to some of the customer favorites, 8x10 prints under glass. You may not have room for all the larger prints, but look, we've got a great selection of these. I wanted to try something a bit different with the writing on some of the Billy Jacobs prints. So peaceful beginnings, peace, love, and joy. And then we go right into the 5x7 prints. Make sure you glance through those. And then a couple of 6x9 prints. And a couple pieces of porch art that came in, if you will, porch signs. A large 5-foot tree is here as well, or maybe that's more like, yep, that's a 5-foot tree. New displays, again, that was a theme. So as we make memories, we wanted to take it back just a little bit and to give it a little bit of a primitive, rustic theme. And this particular display is really all about peace and prayer. And notice in the middle, there's a matriarch to the family, saying the blessing over the meals, pray more, worry less, friends are the family we choose for ourselves. The happiest moments of our life have been those spent with family, and family are the folks we choose. Notice the Lord's Prayer. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this whole theme is taking it back in time and making memories. Farmhouse blessings, bread boxes, when we could eat lots of bread and not feel guilty. They can also be docking stations. And our intention as well was to kind of decorate this with berries. The berry stems that are also beautiful. And remember, sleep in peace. God is bigger than anything you will face tomorrow. So again, making memories and a focus on prayer. Taking it down this side, we wouldn't do you justice if we didn't bring in some of the lathe prints you love so much. So across the top are the 12x12s, and notice all the pigs in their glory. And may you never be too old to search the skies on Christmas Eve. Stop and smile, for when you see me, it's our special hello. We've got a couple of those in our house, or in the house. I'm with you always. Matthew 28:20. So lots of new goodies. We'll get them displayed, certainly a bit better. You can see some of our simple black 8x10 frames are adorned down this wall, and another porch sign as well. This one, wow, it's kind of packed to the gills, and melting snowmen have definitely been our theme. We loaded up hard on those this year, but we will get out other product from this emergency shipment. Our small accent tables and over-the-toilet cabinets, we're fully flush on those. We're back in stock on our lathe prints with our animal tub themes. And you can see they're here now, but they never stick around long. We also have some palette art that we'll be getting out. We've just got it in the section, Don't Hog the Bathroom. How cute is that? Taking it down through here to show you some of our hot mess. And we are looking for gift bags. Don't forget to shop us. We brought in some really good quality gift bags last year. I couldn't stand some of the ones that I picked up in other places where the string was pulling through and it was a very low quality. Everything is getting cheaper when it comes to items like that. So these gift bags, and we have certainly more across the front register, are great quality. This is a big hot mess for the moment, but I want you to see there's all kinds of littles, some larger, beautiful wreaths. We're going to be making all kinds of centerpieces. This is a little candle ring for the timer pillars. So what a cutie patootie those are. We've got some ceramic cardinal salt and pepper shaker sets. Again, what cutie patooties are they? So a lot of littles that we're going to be getting out. And these were probably some of my most favorite sayings that came in. So you can take a look there as I practice the pause. So as we go over, again, there's some beautiful wreaths in the house. Notice some that have the large bells on them. We've got some candle rings with snow. We've got more containers. I can't wait for the centerpiece queen to get here. We've got little ceramic birds on top of trees, and I think these could be salt and pepper shakers, but all kinds of little goodies. We also have stacks of palette art we haven't gotten out, as well as stacks of frames and more over here as well. So it's been a really busy time here at 𝐾C Collections. Many thanks for a team that I couldn't have dreamed up a better one. I tell you, they have been working so hard to preach to me, basically, to practice the pause. So that's definitely important as well. As I move down this aisle, I want to show you some things that you may not have seen before. I know I haven't. May your Christmas be furry and bright in a small 5x7 rustic white frame. Look at that guy. Isn't he cute? Every Christmas cookie you bake, every bite you take, I'll be watching you. And this one's my favorite, not that I'm a cat person. Yes, you know I got fur all over the house. It's called furniture, isn't it? So appropriate, certainly, for the furniture store here. Cats are my favorite people. And then some hangers that we got these things in as well. So if you like these, but you'd rather have them to hang, then that's certainly an option. So every table has been touched. Every island has been touched. There's been movements around. The walls have been retooled. The displays have been retooled. And we are Santa as elves, and we are ready for you. There are 35 days until Thanksgiving. Notice the over-the-door wreath holder that I wanted to get displayed here. There are 67 days until Christmas, and there are 74 days until it's a brand new year. Now, I used to get excited about a brand new year because I would tell my students when I taught for so many years at Virginia Western, every year, every semester is a brand new beginning. And I would go on to tell them it doesn't matter what happened in the past as long as we learn from it, because that's the runway behind us. We can't concentrate on what's ahead of us, the future. Right now, we've got to concentrate on what's happening because we have to land the plane. So don't concentrate on the runway behind you, learn from it. Don't concentrate on the runway in front of you because it's just that, in front of you. But we have to concentrate on the here and now as we land the plane. And that was sort of my words of encouragement, as cliche as they might be, to tell each and every student. Remember, they were from 18 to 80 at a community college, and there's no discrimination there. In other words, age was not a discriminatory factor at all. It was a little bit of everyone, and I still have close contacts with so many of them. But it was to say that this semester is a brand new beginning. But as we go through so many tumultuous times all over the world, and we're a world that really isn't as large as we'd like to believe. It's no longer just over there, down there, up there. There's so many things going on in this world that I learned about as a little child. There's so many things going on in this world that makes us maybe need to be aware of what's going on right here at home, that I encourage us all to live every day as if it were our last day. And don't worry about the runway in front of us. We got to prepare for it. Yep, that's true. But each day now is likely our best day. So let's live our best day. Let's live our best day. Let's make some memories. And let's not concentrate on it's a new year. It's a new beginning. Let's make every day a new beginning. And I'm 𝐾C, happy to be here with you again on a live, trying to practice the pause, and maybe you can do that with me as well. With that in mind, kudos to the best customers on the planet, the best vendors on the planet, and last but never, ever, ever the least, the best 𝐾C team on the planet. So remember, come see us Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 9 until 5. Remember to check out Miscellaneous as well with 50% off of fall. Miscellaneous is open Thursday through Saturday, 10 until 5, and on Sundays, 11 until 3. But until our paths meet again, Let's make memories, practice the pause, and enjoy the journey. Be blessed, and be safe.